There's one of my lovely nipper pictures. It's a poster framed as it came. Behind that, in those gold frames, there's another two lovely, even better quality prints of the nipper image that were produced by HMV for their shops. So I managed to find a couple of frames and put them in there recently. And when I get a moment, I'll take them all out and I'll show you one of these days. Some lovely Welsh records. I've got a bit more space because my wife has got rid of a few things. She sent them off to home country Sri Lanka. There used to be a sofa here and this chair used to be stacked upside down, so I couldn't get in this corner. So as as the great YouTuber who's sadly passed away last year, EMG Colonel, Stephen Pepiat might have said, we're in the preceptory today. Any of gramophone lovers will probably remember Stephen. He was a brilliant presenter of gramophones, had an amazing collection, and left them all to a young Yorkshireman who's done fine things. He's given them away to the Internet Archive and kept the some stuff for himself, and he's done amazing stuff with an amazing collection. So anyway, this is a bit of a rarity. It's the other side of this Pathé Actuelle record, a record that designed by Pathé from about 1922 to 1932, I believe, to play on standard gramophones, so he didn't need one of the Pathé players to play it. And it's a monologue poem, The Clean Sweep. As it says, Bransby Williams, a celebrated character actor. Might need a bit of help. Try again. Try again.
I've had lots of jobs. Some was good, some was bad. But the one that I count the most strange was once when I went to a millionaire's house to sweep out the chimneys in range. They wanted it doing at night, rather late, when the fires wasn't in, don't you see. So I went to the place and I strolled up the drive, about 8 o'clock it'd be. When I gets to the mansion, I sees two fat blokes dressed in gold, and I hears the one say, "Her ladyship has been expecting your grace. Will your grace kindly follow this way?" Well, I looks round to see who he means by your grace, but there wasn't none there excepting me. So I thinks perhaps your grace is the French word for sweet. So I follows the bloke just to see. Then a lady all laughing comes out of her room and says, as she looks at me clothes, "Oh, really, I shouldn't have known your grace." Then she opens the door and I sees a big room full of people all dressed up in strange clothes. Then the band stopped and the dancer sat down, and a fat gent comes up to me and he puts several coins in my fist and he says, "There's the £10 that I borrowed last night." Then a lady comes up and says, "Really, your grace, I've laughed till my sides are quite sore." So I says, "Get some Zambuck and rub 'em with that." And everyone near give a roar. Well, then we had supper. Weren't half a spread, the best feed I've had in my life. And everyone laughed and said, "Isn't he fine?" when the blank mange slipped off of me knife. And they didn't half roar when I upset my glass down a gal as was dressed all in white, but it didn't show much, for I dusted her frock with me sleeve and me serviette right. Then the lady as I first met in the hall, who the others all called the Duchess, she hands me a lovely gold watch and she says, "That's the prize for the best fancy dress." After supper we went to the ballroom and I tried a dance as they call Pass the Quart. Then the Duchess, she says, "Your finance has just come," and a young gal all in low evening dress comes straight up to me and starts laughing and says, "Oh, Percy, you do look a mess." Then she says, "I've just got that £10,000 that was left me last year by me aunt. So now we'll get married next month, shall we, dear?" I says, "No, love, we blooming well shan't." So she says, "Why, what reason is there for delay? The pater no longer forbids." I says, "There's 10 reasons." "What are they?" she asked. I answered, 1 wife and 9 kids. Then she says, "What a bounder you are for a joke, and you always so serious, kid." No, Percy, my love. I says, look here, miss, I ain't Percy, love. I'm the sweet